See what you're not understanding? When you look at our community, man, when you ride through the community, man, how it's so torn down. It's decimated. Our kids are out here just off the chain because they don't have guidance. A lot of them don't. So it's about what we want to do. It's so easy to sit there and talk about the next man or whatever, but it's time for us to step up and do something with ourselves. And if you're not going to do nothing to step up, then you don't have no right to say nothing about it. So I just wanted to come. It was important for me to come. And I love coming, trying to share. Just to let you know, man, I was there where you was at. And if I can do it, man, everybody here can do it, man. So this is out of love that I'm here today. And I just want you to know, just stay encouraged, man. Y'all keep y'all head up and y'all do what y'all got to do. And thank you for your time.
I've been searching for loyalty in a pool of snakes. The people enjoy me because a jester a fool makes, standing in the royal court. Losing instead of winning had made me a spoiled sport. So I was asking, Lord, where's my victory lap? Give me my history back. Let me start over, focused and sober. I've been atrocious with chips as large as boulders on my shoulders, but still, I'm the closest thing I know to a soldier. See, the war begins at the crack of dawn. It's a game of chess and the knights are trying to jack a pawn. Bishop, lead me to the king. King, I haven't seen my queen. Check my mate, my rib, my heat. Mama's supposed to be there for me from the garden to designer sheets and finer sweets for we generate generations. For years, nothing but imitations at all the wrong parties, but I accepted the invitations. And now I'm too familiar with the bartender that's damaged my car fender, and I'm still lonely in a crowded place. And my enemies have the only face I see in this clouded space. Women, men, and sin grin with glee, knife in hand saying they want to be friends with me. Well, either fearless or foolish, I turn my back on them. Calm my nerves, what do you know? They back on me. I guess nobody likes a quitter. Life is bitter for the man searching for the land of milk and honey. And in the wilderness, you're going to get killed for money. Being broke can hold you for ransom. And if God don't like ugly, man, may my prayers turn me handsome. But mirror, mirror on the wall, don't make me vain inside that picture frame. Men have been known to fall. Just give me my slice of humble pie before I'm living large and it's just a jumbo lie. I've been hurting badly with no one to run to and cry. And I'm looking at these resurfacing scabs on open wounds. It's been my sweet melodies versus broken tunes bumping off key. But there's a living soul in my shoes, man, so why ain't these demons jumping off me? I want to be free to fly so high through the sky with the wind beneath my wings. I don't want no questions of why before I die, just the harmony of angel and man when they sing. But I feel boxed in, so many secrets and pains locked in. The clock spins, it's another tick-tock past 10. It's a fast end with a slow start. Finally, spirit and flesh try to grow apart. I'm trying to be a light, y'all, but I know the dark. My actions are a cry for help, so prayerfully, God judges my heart. It seems I've been blessed with dreams of success, so why is this curse trying to reverse the outcome? I'm losing power in my esteem, and I've been depressed. But to life I cling, man, because this is only a test. And right before I burst, another verse finds its way to an empty page while want and lack continue to tip me to rage. I've been so clever, so cunning. I was never running out of schemes, but I had so much deception on my team. It was running out of the seams. My tight-knit band just didn't quite fit. Boy, you can see a lot once the nightlight is lit. So with the infrared discernment, I'm able to turn it. And as far as I'm concerned, I needed to learn it the hard way. See, people play more than Broadway. I watch their enormous performance, but I listen to what God says. Because throughout all the trials and tribulations and vile situations, I'm still his child with obligations. So before we sign off, if anybody else, man, is blind and lost, remember together we weather the storm. And no matter how cold it gets, the sun, S-O-N, will keep us warm. Before we were born, before we were formed, our end was predestined. So when you get schooled, just consider the free lesson. You still strong, Holmes, you just needed to be refreshed. Your road to peace may be a beast, but there's a slayer in your prayers, and you don't have to take the stairs. Here, man, y'all better take my hands as we elevate. Just tell the world we loved you, but it's time we separate. And you can help us or hinder us, but we'll know you felt us and we'll remember us. The ones oppressed and beaten are now at the king's table eating. Life gave us lemons, but the juices were sweet. We took some bumps and bruises, but it's you who loses. We're defeating all opponents. And damn, it feels good to see the world all up on you. What we want to do today was the message and the breakdown of how we see how a man gets trapped in his own ills. My first disrespect and my first disobedience to God was lust. That was the first disobedience I ever remember in my life about with God. I wanted to go get a shot of something before I even took anything that didn't belong to me. That was the first thing that drove and pushed me. And then once I found out the little ladies like a little fella like myself, oh man, the pride started kicking in, and I thought I had to measure up to what everybody else was doing. Oh, she could not look over at this cat ride down the street with the 30s and Vogues and be on my arm, because that made me look like I didn't have what was necessary to be had. And so now it's my turn to get what I need to get. And so pride begins to take me on this ride as lust is already in control of, and now my mentality begins to be fuck it on every aspect of life. No matter how much I see the neighborhood turned down, fuck it. No matter how much I see my mama hurting and crying, fuck it. No matter how much I see my kids needing me, fuck it. And that becomes the mentality. But also comes the consequences. Because now my neighborhood is all tore up. Now we need programs. Now they need to find ways to bundle in money so my kid can learn how to be a grown man one day. Now we got to learn how the neighborhood in which should have been $100,000 houses are now broke down to rubble, and we complaining about money. Yet we destroyed the very neighborhood that was given to us. And so when you see these things, you understand that there are consequences met. When you got to see or know that your child is in a juvenile facility while you in this facility, there's consequences to be met. When your daughter meets some little young, fat-headed little fella who's going to take her on the ride of her life because you ain't there to protect her, because you ain't there to tell her, you don't go outside for no nigga that's blowing, he better come up to the door and knock. There's consequences to be met. But there's also relief, man, no matter what you go through. No matter where you fall, you find yourself at, no matter how far you fall. If God don't have the power to bring you up out of it, man, then something's got to be wrong. And I don't care what you've done. I don't care how many people that say so much negative, so much ugly. I don't care what it is. I don't care what you think about yourself when you look at yourself in the mirror. But I guarantee you God don't think the same thing. And if you're on the verge of just wanting to change, if you're on the verge of just wanting to make something new out of yourself, make something different out of your life, to make all those naysayers believers, to make people understand and know, hey man, I just made some bad choices. I ain't no person. Call on him. Give him the respect that's due. He created you. He makes it all happen. He does have some requirements, and that's the least that we can do for somebody who's willing to do so much for us. Man, this comes from the IWitness LIFE camp, man. We thank y'all and love y'all a lot.